Hello, everybody. Super good morning to everyone. How's everybody doing? Welcome to another episode of the Kevin Chan channel. Right, so no, we're gonna take a look at the animal science and what to do between now and also next year. Right, so no, what happened here is that next week onward, at least for the next 3 weeks, I won't be around in Malaysia. Right, so I'll be going out to do recce. I think first of all is to do recce in China. Right, so be in China for about 2 weeks plus maybe. Yeah, I know you all think that want to organize an excursion out to a place is like easy. I know I have to go there and check out and take a look at everything. Whether the place is doable or not doable, whether there's any actually good lesson or anything to learn in that particular place, anything to see which is feng shui significant, quite a lot of things. And then also after that, I'll be in Vietnam. So Vietnam, there is we are organizing another retreat, so it's a bit different. Excursion, go there, see and learn. Retreat, go there like a workshop. Right, so now the retreat will include all the 5 arts. Right, so we'll do qigong, we'll do TCM, we'll do qigong, we'll do feng shui, we'll do BaZi. Right, so we'll do all of this, all 5. Right, so that one will be in Vietnam. Right, so let's see what happens. See, again, have to go there, check out the place, have a bit of discussion with the local organizer. A lot of works, right? So it's not just you want to do, you do, right? So no, okay, so 3 weeks I'll be disappearing, and from time to time I would try my best whether can do some live or not, especially in China. I really doesn't know whether the connection allow, whether can broadcast, cannot broadcast, I don't know. So go there and try. So go there and try everything, go there and see everything. But for the next 3 weeks could be a bit quiet. So I decided, for the rest of the week we finish all the animals. So I got 6 more to go anymore. All right, so Pepper, how are you doing? Hello Bonnie, hello Manuel, hello Sunshining, hello Guambo, hello Ray, hello PJ Call, hello Rudy, how are you doing? Right, so you see join the 2026, right? And also the Sunback Astrology Animal, right? So look forward to get that, right? So all right. Welcome Rudy, right? So hello Sanjay, how are you doing? Hello Kevin, hello Hair, hello Gigi, how you guys all doing? Right, so yeah. Right, so come, let's take a look at rabbit. So Gigi got rabbit, good. Everybody go and flood Gigi. Okay, let me just shrink myself down to the smaller version, right? So start yourself to smaller version. Right, so go and print your puzzle chart, right? As usual, the typing astro, you can use that, right? So by the way, the Vietnam retreat is actually organized by the owner of Taipei Astro, right? So we've got the owner of Taipei Astro helping us with the retreat. So that's why we do it in Vietnam, right? So it's his home turf. Right, so if you don't know, Taipei Astro Vietnamese programmer, right? So you're working with him, right? So go and print it out, print your puzzle chart out, right? So as usual, the animal sign is at the center portion, right? So which is the animal sign, is written very clearly, right? So if you got any rabbit down there, right? So the rabbit can appear in the year, it can appear in the month, it can appear in the day, it can appear in the hour. All has different meaning. It governs different aspect of your life, right? So as usual, you can go and watch video. There's a video that talk about each of the pillar. Right, so now of course, if it appear anyway, it has some impact to you. And why I say that this particular year, it is the what we call the energy fluctuation is relevant to you. So you are part of the acting cast of the year. Some animal sign not very important, right? So no acting class. So this one is part of it, right? So go and find whether you have any rabbit inside. So of course, some of you will ask that, hey, might have a rabbit in the what we call your luck pillar, right? So now luck pillar is external to your natal chart. Luck pillar is an external form, so it's a moving form. It's like your neighbor is very prosperous, right? So it's like you are living in a prosperous neighborhood, right? It doesn't make you prosper, but because you are living in a prosperous neighborhood, anything happen to the prosperous neighborhood, you are also benefiting from it, right? So just put it in that way. So there's way to leverage on your luck pillar, but the luck pillar doesn't generally directly impact you. Understand that, right? So luck pillar is what we call external factor, right? So the more that impact you is actually your natal chart, right? So the natal chart is you, right? So that's more painful. right? So come, let's go in and take a look, right? So all the animal, we have done 2, 4, 6. We have done 6 around halfway, right? So ngam halfway. So we have done the horse, we have done the goat, we have done the monkey, we have done the rooster, we have done the dog, right? So and we also done the tiger, right? So all this done already. So this is sequence is based on your voting, the last one that we did. So if I check the last one, then the next one is basically your rabbit, right? So your little rabbit, right? So rabbit is one of the better star for next year. You want to take a look, right? So say again, hello Sumi, how are you doing, right? So yeah, thank you, for joining the session, right? So I know some of you are in a very late time zone, right? So I'm very happy that those that early in the morning or late at night also can come and join, right? So very happy to see all of you here around. So come, let's take a look at the rabbit, right? So let's take a look at the rabbit, right? So now rabbit actually for the past few years has been pretty crappy. Yes, for the past few years, the rabbit has been in a pretty you want to call bad state. So this year rabbit is still in a very bad state. So how right, so now that is where I tell you, you need to look forward to next year, right? So now when you always have this sort of situation whereby next year is better than this year, a lot of people has the mistaken thinking that I will wait for next year. No, you cannot wait for next year. You have to start preparing for next year. So that's why this rabbit, you need to start your vision board already. Now whatever method that basically work for you, you can use vision board, you can sit down and do your writing or whatever it is. I know before this everything was a bit on the not really nice side, right? So you have a bit of a feeling of disassociative with the society a bit. Right, especially this year got prison inmate, right? So prison inmate, since you're sitting in prison, right, nothing to do, draw the stick, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5, right? So that is also doing something. So because next year, a lot of the nice star is coming, right? So now the question is, where is your starting point? Yeah, next year you can sprint, but if your starting point is right, so now this one is from the very recent, I joined, I didn't join, I go there kepo, the SCB marathon run, right? So you say SCB marathon run, right? They actually segregate the people to different area, right? So got area 1, area 2, area 3, area 4, right? So if the rabbit is like the person is in area 4 and come late some more, right? So for the end of the area 4, just to get to the beginning of the race, you haven't even started the race yet. Beginning of the race could be a kilometer worth of walk. The distance could be an entire kilometer, right? So can you see? So right now, rabbit, the situation is, it's a latecomer into the back of the line, right? So you need to right now start squeezing yourself to the front. Yeah, squeezing yourself to the front. So how far you can run, how fast you can run is basically depending on how much effort you put in. Right, it's time for you to be a bit more steadfast, right? So steadfast is a nice word to put in, as in plow through the difficulties. Hold on, right? So hold on now, right? So next year is basically much more a great year, right? So how good is next year? So this one, you go and look at the 2026 forecast, right? So 2026 forecast is in the Substack, right? So it's in the newsletter, right? So you go and join the newsletter, right? So then you can take a look at that, right? So that one we leave to next year, right? So you can see that a lot of the good star is coming in already. So if you're not ready, so you are still very negative, all those kind of things, complain a lot, right? So do a lot of things that is basically rubbish, then you are wasted the entire year. Right, so maybe you only take like 6-7 months only, you start to realize, hey, things are not bad, it's turning around. By the time it's 6 or 7 months, then only you start your running. Finish already the year, right? So then the year after that, you don't know what is happening to the rabbit. So next year you need to fully utilize it. So you need to start your preparation this year. At least has some, again, vision board kind of thingy, right? So general direction that you want to go, and you need to start to build the foundation for the direction that you need to go, right? You want to do something, it is really not like you want to jump in and do, right? So like a lot of people tell me that, oh, I want to start a business. When you start to ask questions about starting a business, they got completely no idea. How do you going to start a business when you completely have no idea, right? As in, I ask you, what is the costing of the things that you're going to do? Absolutely no idea what's the costing one. Like, you know, why do I need to go for a elongated recce, right? So for us to do this excursion, right? So it's not an thing of, you know, oh no, I go there, you know, I ask the what you call tour agent to arrange everything. It's not like that one, right? It doesn't work that way, right? So I need to go and check, and I need to check all the hotel that they recommend, whether the hotel is okay or not okay. No, I need to go there and take a look. So I need to go there and take a look at all the places where the food is served, you know, whether it's all right or not all right, or else you will end up with every day eating so xing bao chai and 土豆丝. That is the two most dreaded food selection in China. It's not dreaded, it's not because it doesn't taste nice, it's that it repeats so many times that, you know, if you are there for 8 days, 3 meals, it's gonna be 8 days, 3 meals, you look at that dish. Scare or not, right? So no, I have to go there and verify all of this, huh? You know, go and verify all of this, you know, go and a bit of a tasting. Then of course, more importantly is to, you know, go to the place like confirm, you know, we're gonna go Taisan and become emperor. All right, so Taisan is a place whereby, you know, emperor goes and do their decree before they execute certain big plan. Right, we go there, right? So now I go there. No, I want to see whether walking up the Taisan is something that's doable for people or not first. So I walk up Taisan. All right, I'll walk up Taisan on behalf of you first, you know, see whether I can survive. So my benchmark very easier. If I can survive, somebody who hardly do any exercise, if I can survive until the top, most people are okay lah. All right, most people should be okay to survive. So I already go and test this sort of stuff. So now you see, these are what we call ground preparation work. It is not like, you know, tomorrow I want to do, you know, next day I launch. Right, so you want to do any business at all, you know, there's a lot of this preparation. Well, who's your supplier? You know, do you know your supplier? If this supplier doesn't work, what is your backup supplier? And who are the people who's gonna do the execution? You know, who are your human resource, right? So you don't even know who is supposed to be in your team and what is the contribution of the person in your team and who need to be in the team and what the fella need to bring to the team. Everything you don't know, and then you tell me that, you know, yeah, I'm gonna start a business. Confirm die lah. No need to ask one, right? So you don't even need to ask Chiman. Ask you this one a few questions about your preparation, especially costing, resources allocation, you know. Now this sort of stuff, you doesn't need to go into the market to know, right? China has impacted globally. Correct. I will go there and test that one out as well. See whether, you know, it does help, right? So it's 130 baht renminbi, at least from what I see in the internet. Rental for 1 day is 130 baht renminbi. I will go there and see whether can rent one to use or not. Right, so yeah, no, so you see, this sort of thing I call groundwork, right? So do you need to go and do your groundwork, right? So Rabbit, you have to do your groundwork, right? So, you know, you cannot be, you know, today or not fly tomorrow only, right? So now Chinese say, you know, Chinese said, please don't now want to go toilet, only dig the hole. Right, you need to get everything prepared before the thing is there, right? So of course, you know, do some forgive and forget, you know, because what happened, you know, yeah, I know the year was crappy. So I acknowledge that your year is crappy. Right, your year basically is a very crappy year, right? So, you know, okay, good, right? So it's time for you to let go, right? So, you know, a lot of time also, you know, if you want to set sail out to the sea, one of the things that you need to do is to, you know, retrieve the anchor. So yeah, you know, is to untie the rope that is tying you to the shore, right? So this is the entire essence of letting go. So you want to right now go into a new journey, right? So possibility is basically a lot, right? So great possibility next year. Everything is basically quite good, right? So then if you still hold on to grudges, you know, if you still, especially if you still blame environment. I'm bad, you know, because the light bulb wasn't bright enough. Shit. Right? So, you know, you blame all these kind of things, you know, or, you know, you blame the people, right? So now you see, now even people who have do you wrong, right? Now it's time for vengeance. Right? It's not to do, you know, it's now time for vengeance. When you are doing good, so you know that this particular people is not supposed to be part of your life. Make sense or not? Make good sense to you, right? So no, you already know, these people who is not been supporting you, who have not been supportive to this entire ideas of yours, right? So while you are a bit down, right? So they haven't been there for you, right? So now that you are on the wave and also pathway to success, should you still include these people? Now, forgive and forget is really forgive them, forget about them. Right? So somebody find it very difficult to forgive someone, it's like they hold grudges. But in actual sense, right, forgiving that particular person does not mean that you accept that person back into your life. It's a complete different thing. Right? So it's basically telling yourself that I allow myself to right now officially distance myself from this particular idiot. No point having him around, ma. You're not there to rescue the entire world, right? So then very importantly, really now you need to start to do a bit of your so again, like dream board, or write your resolution or whatever it is, start for you to start the dreaming engine to see what to do, where to go, what are the things that you really want to achieve. Do you want to start building an investment portfolio? If let's say that the rabbit happened to be in the hour, right? So the hour govern a lot of things that has to do with future planning, right? So how you plan the future, how you guide the future, right? So if it's inside the hour, then you should have seen about how you want to shape your future, right? So how you want to shape your retirement, how you want to shape your your department next stage, how you want to shape your again investment for retirement is one thing, right? So hello Kahin. Oh, yeah, can watch the stream inside airplane. Where are you flying to? Oh, your airplane very good. I'll give you free Wi-Fi. Your airplane very good, give you free Wi-Fi, right? So if let's say that it's inside your day, inside your day, then it's a lot of time is relationship related, right? So then you might wanna take a look at whether it is time for you to upgrade your relationship, right? Relationship upgrading, whether the person that you have selected is aka worthy, or you want to continue play the game or not, or you want to like the football, switch a player out, right? Yeah, free Wi-Fi, good for you, right? So which airline is that, Kai? Got to give free Wi-Fi, right? So because a lot of the airline, even if they give you Wi-Fi, right, is restricted to their website. You can connect to the Wi-Fi, but you can only get their website. You cannot go out of their cage ecosystem. But anyway, right? So if it's inside the day, you might want to look at the day also actually govern your own, you want to call internal feeling or whatever it is, right? So it's also an upgrade for your internal feeling. You want to feel better about yourself, right? So yeah. So how you want to feel better, how you want to upgrade, right? So career definitely is great, so it's in demand. Oh, Qantas, no wonder. Wow, so you are going to Australia, then Qantas is an Australia company. Right. So if it's inside the hour, then you're gonna be a bit more popular in the work department, right? So so you need to take a look at how you're gonna leverage on it. So now, like in the career palace, you need to start to take a look at who are the people you want to connect with. So it's time for you to go and see the what we call say hello to them. Start getting warm with them. So of course, if it's inside the year, then it has a lot to do with your personal branding, right? So it's basically the public perception palace, right? So public perception palace, then it's time again. You might want to target certain organization that you want to go in, stuff like that, right? So maybe it's time for you to right now go and find out. Like I tell you, groundwork is go and find out about how to join membership, what's the requirement to join membership, so that next year when the doors open, you already know how to get your foot into the organization. Or else you wait until when? Right, you wait until the door open, everybody already rush in, no place inside, then only you say that, yeah, I'm a bit late to the party. A lot of people is like that, when people tells you to join that time, you doubt lah, you this lah, you that, because you are not prepared. You don't have enough information for it, and you couldn't be bothered with looking at the information. Right, same thing also for people, so for people who is basically in career, sometimes they have never planned for their inevitable being kicked out of the organization, right? So AKA, you know, in the olden day they call retirement, right? So nowadays there's no such thing as retirement. They think that, you know, they can, they think that the organization, the company will keep on paying them forever, right? So the company will get rid of you one. After a certain stage, you become too old, too inflexible, too expensive to continue to, you know, provide sustenance to you, right? So they will kick you out and replace you with younger, more easily mold, cheaper AI. So now what happens when you get kicked out of the organization? Then only you want to start something for yourself, right? So too late, okay, right? So too late already, right? So that's why I say that, you know, wow, you have an income stream coming in, you need to build different income stream for yourself. Makes sense, right? So this particular year is all about, for the next 6 months, is really all about, you know, sitting down and targeting where you want to go and start to do all the groundwork that you require, right? The people that you need to say hi to, you don't need to be nice to them, right? The people that you need to say hi to, right? So, and one thing good about this is that, you know, anyone who basically is listening to my broadcast, you know, especially those that this year is very good one, like Red, this year very good, right? They are already very happily coming to help you already, to work together with them, right? The Red the Horse you know, these are all the one that this year is doing pretty well, and they know that next year, you know, they will do pretty crap, especially Red. You see, Red is almost the reverse of the Rabbit. Red is this year, you know, on top, high flyer. Next year, you know, gonna hit the ground hard, right? So whereas the Rabbit, you know, this year wanna jump also cannot jump any higher, or next year, you know, you're gonna fly up, right? So you can see, so if the Red were to be a bit more smart, right? So now the Red come and support the Rabbit. Right, now come and support the Rabbit. So now when next year, when the Red start to fall, the Rabbit can catch you. It's called working together, right? So, you know, yeah. Right, so when you are studying all of this, when you are trying to understand all of this, it is really about the entire art of preparing yourself for what is coming. It is not to just know that, oh, next year is good, then sit around, do nothing. Too many people does that. Right, so, you know, they feel like, oh, no, next year is going to be good. Then they sit around, absolutely do, you know, absolutely nothing. Right, so don't be one of those, right? So no, so if you're a rabbit, you know, and you know, you see that certain animal sign people, you know, come and say that, hey, you know, is there anything that I can help you with this year? Right, so yeah, allow them to help lah. Right, so you know, so again, right, so make people owe you some favor, right? So that is actually the biggest bargaining chip in the actual society. Is not money. It is actually what we call your network or your connection. Network connection means that, you know, how many people out there basically owe you. Right? The more people owe you, you know, the better connection you have. Right? Makes sense or not? Right? So that's why, you know, this year, please, fellow rabbit, you know, don't feel sad about the situation. Right? So next year is gonna, you know, be a brighter future. But if this year you are not doing things that is required for you to do so, right? So then, you know, you're having a bit of an issue, right? So right? So pretty easy, right? So for those of you, you know, who's asking, you know, how to, you know, join the Substack, you know, that's the QR code for Substack. It is a newsletter. Newsletter means that you got an email there. Anything that basically get published will get published. You know? So by the way, I've arranged quite a amount of things to be published for the next 2 months, because again, not really around, so you know, I just let it just publish out, you know, like for example, even the November's, right? So November's forecast is already scheduled inside already, right? So it will publish, you know, when the time comes. So it's like that, right? So if Red is in year and Rabbit is in the month, right? Does it mean that it mean friends circle will be able to help the Rabbit in the month? No, Sarin, don't. The different aspect of your life generally does not really cross-contaminate, generally speaking on here. Unless your career is very specifically is the cross-contaminate type of career. Right, so you know, like for you say, you know, so if the Red is in the year, right? So the Red is in the year, then this year your social side is basically good. So next year your social shut down. Right? So no, it doesn't have anything to do, right? So now you see how your social life is good, doesn't mean your career is good, right? So like this year, your month, you know, your career, actually Rabbit career not bad because of the thriving star, right? So the thriving star is a hardworking kind of stuff, right? So no, it's okay, right? So but it feel like slogging, that's all, right? So no, got work to do, but just not very inspiring. But at least got job lah, right? So at least got job, at least the pay is coming in. That's the least. So next year, you're gonna feel like everybody has a higher level of reliance on you. So now again, this one depending, because I got a friend that I tell her, oh no, next year gonna be a lot. She said that, but I don't want people to see me. Basically, she's very tired. Just put it away. Right, so she worked for a very small company. Everything basically goes. So I said that, why you go and take everything, onto your shoulder? But I got no choice, Got this sort of people, so you got choice one. Right, so he said, next year is gonna be, yeah. Right, so how? Right, so you need to take a look at that, right? So which means that next year your socials get to shut down, right? So now social shutdown also is good, man. So it's not to ask, right? What does the social circle contribute to your overall life? You're not a celebrity. You are not a people of political interest. You are not handling your company PR. Alright, so your social life basically is really, is a no important thingy. You understand, right? So yeah. For most people who is in the career line, right, whatever happened to your social, right, it doesn't really impact your income. Right? Understand, no? Right? So no matter how much friend you have in your social, right? I would say that even your social circle is very big. Like how many of them buy things from you? How many of them actually help you? Now, how many of them actually recommend business to you? If none, right? I don't really know what does this social friend does. You need to learn how to monetize the social. At least the social circle need to be able to bring you something now. Or else you just just somebody with a lot of friends. That's it. Right? So again, I know a lot of influencer. Yeah, they know a lot of friends. But when they are in trouble with social influencer, a lot of time they are in trouble, right? None of those friends actually come and help. None. Right? So you got throng of fans, doesn't help. Right? So those are things that you need to take a look at when you are doing an analysis. So same thing with relationship. Right? So you say, oh, next year my relationship is gonna be bad. But you ask yourself, how much weight does the relationship hold in your entire life? Which is worse, having no food to eat or having nobody to touch? You have to ask yourself you have to ask yourself, because different people, different area in their life, right? So certain things become more important than other. It's a very normal part of life, but you need to go and ask yourself at this current moment, at this juncture, which part of it is usually more important, right? So then that part become the important part, right? So if that part, the animal science somehow go a bit on the screwy side, then you need to start to organize some defensive what we call defensive method for yourself, to weather through the situation, right? Cool, very easy, right? Scarring, right? So would the rabbit work better with those with any particular animals? Generally no lah, right? So but if you take a look at again normal BaZi knowledge is that they favor combination, right? So combination mean that there is a certain synergy in energy when the people come together. Right, so specifically is the 6 combo, right? So rabbit combined with your dog, right? So rabbit combined with dog. So now you need to take a look at now. If rabbit combined with dog, and next year the dog is part of the 3 harmony for the whatever. So this combination is good, or both of you can leverage with each other. If your combination is one very high energy, one very low energy, it actually drags one. Yeah, it's like you need to hold the fella. It's not really they're good, right? So you have to take a look at it from this sort of analysis point of view, right? So then also you take a look at it, so if you're part of rabbit is part of the wood 3 harmony formation, and then next year is fire 3 harmony formation, right? So wood fire is wood produce fire, so you would be a catalyst to propel those that is basically in fire, right? So then you can also take a look at the stars of the rest. So also take a look at the pig, right? So take a look at the goat, right? So you take a look at the pig, take a look at the goat, right? So again, if you bring somebody who the star is like pretty bad, then you need to be able to see whether sustaining this particular person is a good thing or not. Right, so there's no point continue to sustain a fella, you sink the ship one. right? So sometimes you need to throw certain people off the boat, unfortunately. Okay, right? That's how the world works. All right, so Kenna, all right, so this is for you, Rabbit, right? So stay steadfast, stay good, start to write your vision board ready, got another 3 more months, right? So you need to start to do all the necessary foundational preparation work, and to target, see which are the people that you need to work with, because next year stuff is getting much more smoother. Then only you go and see, who should I don't know, and then it's going to be a bit drag, maybe 3-4 months gone, right? So the year basically, right? So you take a look at, right? So like right now, you guys already by now should know that, the how does it go, right? So by the time it hit monkey and you go into rooster, right, everybody abandoned the year already. So actually the year is only about 6 months. Right, the functional year is actually only about 6 months, right? So and the first few months, if you are using it to fumble around, wasted, right? So you fumble around first few months, then only left, maybe 2 to 3 months, and you are trying to execute everything in that 2 to 3 months. Nah, wouldn't work. Then after that, you execute already, you haven't even waited for the result. Then everybody is like, oh no, we took at 2027 already, so gone are you. Cool. Right, so take care of yourself. Now see you guys again tomorrow. So tomorrow, what is it tomorrow? I think should be snake. I don't know. Alright, so take care guys. Bye.